In today's video, I'm going to take inspiration from the color palette on this Hasbro Jurassic World Allosaurus, and I'll be putting it on this Mattel Battle Damage one. Now, I've never been a fan of the Hasbro figure, but I do like the color palette on it, and I think it will look a lot cooler on a better figure. And I'm going to follow the three basic colors that this figure has, the white, yellow, and the burgundy, but I'm going to approach it with a more realistic vibe since the design on the Hasbro one is very basic. So instead of bright and cartoony, I'm going to lean more towards dark and gritty. Now we're dealing with a very simple deco, so this should not take long at all. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in, starting off first with a primer slash base coat of white. And I've got that thinned down in my airbrush, and I'll just apply a couple of thin coats. And with the white done, now I'm going to grab some Vallejo Sun Yellow. I'm going to go ahead and thin that down and shoot it through my airbrush and build up that yellow skin tone. So I've got the yellow all done, and now I need to mix up that reddish burgundy maroon color. So I'm going to be using a mix of magenta and red, and I'll just start to lay that color down on the back side of the figure, carrying it up into the head and then dropping it down into the hips and the shoulders. Next up, I'm going to take some black and very lightly do some dry brushing all along the raised areas, hitting the scales and the spikes all along the back. Next up are the eyes, and I took some black paint in my airbrush and I darkened up the eye sockets, and then I'll paint the eyes yellow with a black dot and a white light catch, and then we'll drop down and we'll hit all of the claws with a couple of coats of black paint. So now I want to drop the intensity level of that yellow. So to do that, I'm going to take some transparent yellow ochre and I'm going to glaze that all over the yellow parts, fading it up into the maroon. What this is going to do is drop the brightness of that yellow down just a hair, and it's also going to help blend the two colors together to give a more natural fade, and it's going to give the figure an overall more dingy tone, which is essentially the vibe I'm going for. I'll go ahead and finish it off with a couple of coats of matte varnish to lock the paint in, and this guy is done and ready to roll. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me here at the compound. I hope this video has helped inspire you in some way, shape, or form. If you give this or any repaint a shot, remember to tag me over on Instagram at the Jurassic Park compound, because I'd love to see what you guys can come up with. In the meantime, if you need more Jurassic related content, you know where to find it. Links will be in the description box below. You guys take care, and I'll see you around the compound.